All right, today we're going to dive into a story that's been passed down for generations, one that all centers around a really important day in the month of Ramadan. It's a tale about faith, about legacy, and about a powerful lesson shared on a quiet village evening. So, our story kicks off in a small village, and you can just picture it, right? It's bathed in that special spiritual glow you only get during Ramadan. Imagine the call to prayer echoing from the mosque at dawn, waking people up in these beautiful little earthen homes. It's a time for prayer, for fasting, and, for community. And it's right here on the 19th day of Ramadan where a child asks their grandmother a really simple but deep question. And this question, well, it's what gets this whole story started. So who is the child asking? Well, it's the village's most beloved storyteller, Dadi Amma. She's sitting there surrounded by all these kids just eager to listen and to learn. Dadi Amma is just this incredible figure of wisdom and warmth. You can just picture her, with her white hair, a face that just seems to radiate kindness, and her prayer beads always in her hand. She's the keeper of all the stories that teach the children about their faith and their history. So she draws the children in closer, and she starts to tell them about this really tragic event from a long, long time ago. It's the reason why the 19th of Ramadan is such a solemn day of remembrance. She tells them that on this exact day, a truly revered figure, Mala Ali, was attacked. And what's so absolutely shocking about it is where it happened, inside a mosque, in the middle of prayer. A moment that's supposed to be about ultimate peace and connection with God. Now, to really get the weight of this, you have to understand who Ali was. I mean, he was famous for his unbelievable bravery. He was nearly impossible to defeat on the battlefield. And that's exactly why his attacker chose a moment of devotion, not a moment of combat. A direct fight was just unthinkable. So, of course, hearing this, the kids had another question. Dadi Amma kept using this title, Mola, when she talked about Ali, and they wanted to know what it actually meant. And, Dadi Amma just smiled, she praised the child, telling them it was a very good question. So, what does this title Mala really signify? She explained that Mullah is a title of just immense respect. It means master, guide. It means a person who deserves your love and obedience. But here's the thing. It wasn't just a title that people gave him. It was declared. Dadi Amma then told them where it all came from. This huge, famous event at a place called Ghadir Qum. On the way back from his final pilgrimage, the Prophet Muhammad himself took Ali by the hand in front of this massive crowd, and he made this powerful declaration, forever connecting their spiritual authority. But he didn't even stop there. He followed up that declaration with a prayer, asking God to stand with those who stand with Ali, and to be an enemy to anyone who showed Ali enmity. This prayer just sealed the deal, cementing how incredibly important this relationship was for everyone to understand. Dadi Amma then shared another teaching from the Prophet, and this one is pretty direct. It basically connects a person's feelings about Ali straight to the condition of their own faith. The teaching is simple, there's no ambiguity. The Prophet said that love for Ali is a sign of a true believer, a mu'min, and hatred for him, well, that's a sign of a hypocrite, a munafiq. Dadi Amma explained that it's like a true measure, a real test of where your faith stands. But this story wasn't just about what happened a long time ago. Dadi Amma really wanted the children to get the point, to understand the character of the man they were talking about, and to pull real lessons from his life. So Dadi Amma broke it down for them. She wanted them to learn from Mala Ali's life, his bravery, his deep commitment to justice, his piety and devotion, his truthfulness. But the biggest lesson, the one she really wanted them to remember, was the importance of loving good and righteous people. So as the day turned into night and that peaceful quiet settled over the village after evening prayers, the children gathered around Dadi Amma one last time, their hearts and minds just full of everything they had heard. Looking up at the night sky, Dadi Amma finished her story with a prayer, and the children all repeated it after her. It was a simple plea for the true love of the righteous and for the strength to stay on the path of truth. Just a perfect end to a day of learning. And this brings us to our final thought. Dadi Amma's story, it wasn't just a history lesson, right? It was her way of passing down values. Values like courage, faith, and love. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How do the stories we hear and the ones we choose to tell ultimately shape who we become?